Oops. Alright, I don't really have any chat windows. I guess I'd have to redo for chat window. But I just wanted to point out a little thing that I find interesting, and that is the difference between Judge Owsley's concern. Oh, let me get the beat. Okay, I better just. Okay, volume down. Okay, there you go. Oh, we got a couple people. Did you what? Okay, yeah, I just want to point out the difference between Judge Owsley's concern about difference. He's more concerned about the Fifth Amendment than the Sixth Amendment, and that could be seen with Lester Moody's trial. I saw it. He put more effort into trying to prevent me from pleading the Fifth when I said I wasn't going to testify at my trial. He said that he said that he was trying his darndest to prevent me from testifying, but he puts no effort into the Sixth Amendment. The Fifth Amendment is more important to this judge than the Sixth Amendment. I find that interesting, and I think it is also, it can be shown as an example in the Lester Moody case too. Um, all right, so I guess I kind of just a glance at chats. It's pretty much just me just talking about this. So let's see. We got Lester Moody. He represented himself, as you could see, representing the. I can't highlight nothing. All right. Yeah. This was given. This was prepared by the city, so you can never highlight anything the city prepares. They use a different, something different. So yeah, Lester Moody, improper person, and then of course the state's the victim. She's not going to represent herself. She's got representation. Okay, and that's Clyde Benjamin, and this happened after my trial. This my trial, well after my trial, right? My trial was like in 2021. For uh, 4/11/2021, and so this happened over a year later with Lester Moody, and it's a year ago. So there's just different times there, spread of events, spread of the timeline, a big spread on the timeline between our case, but it happened after. It definitely happened well after my case. So he represented himself, and Judge Owsley um, they go into on page 4 about resolve your criminal matter. Yeah, Moody says that he wasn't the guy that damaged the car window, um, and he was recorded on video, which I don't have that video. That's I guess brought into evidence, but there's it wasn't officially brought into evidence. They don't have exhibit numbers. It's just kind of, they refer to the video, and the prosecutor Benjamin just sort of played the video on his phone, but he didn't submit it as evidence. So um, if you appealed this, I mean, there wouldn't be the video. I think, because it wasn't officially I'll have to look again. I think maybe I skipped it over. Okay, throw the victim. Let's see. Pending. Here, I'll check comments again. Let's see. It's funny called. All right. So let's see. What do you have pending in district courts? And he don't know. Set for trial today with this September 2022 trial. Okay. All right. The matter is set for trial today. The district attorney is ready to proceed, but you do not have an attorney today. Do you wish to have time to get an attorney for this hearing? And then Mr. Moody's like, I don't need one. All right. So Judge Owsley is like, so you're telling the court that you are waiving your need for an attorney and you're going to represent yourself. Okay. No warning about representing yourself. He's just kind of like, okay, you're an adult. You made your decision. All right, and then this is how many pages? What am I on? 4. Let me go to the bottom. 31 pages. 4 out of okay. So it's not too many down. We're on 4. So I'm just working down. Because he'll testify. My name is Abishiana Condit. Okay, she gives her home address. Alright, let's see. Also, the evidence. Let's just. I'll read it again. This will be my second time reading through this. Did you summon the police to your residence? She did. Her windshield was beat in on a 2006 Chrysler van. Did you repair it? Yes, she did. It was at 3 something, 3 in the morning. Okay. Him. Yeah, she knows who Lester Moody is. She's seen him plenty of times. She could not see his face. And then he also called my daughter and said that he was sorry that he bust my windshield because he thought it was my mother's car. Mr. Moody wanted to speak. And Judge Owsley says the district attorney still putting on his case. He can have opportunity to respond as well. Okay, what is your daughter's name? Arishana Scott. Okay, without playing, does there... Okay, tell me about your video. Okay, here we go. This is laying the foundation for the video that Prosecutor Benjamin's going into. Tell me about your video. Does the video record what you see without playing it? Just answer my questions. What do you mean without playing it? She's not playing it. I think he's got the video on his phone. Oh no, I was trying to see. Okay, it was on video. It was on her security camera. She was recording her van getting the window busted in. And she was also looking out somehow to see Lester Moody causing the damage. Possibly Lester Moody. And it was the video turned in the direction of your vehicle. Did you record? Did you take the recording off of your system? Yes. Judge, I'd like to play it for you or for the court. She's indicated that she has video of that incident. Okay, she has the video. Okay, you can present that. And they're not talking about making exhibits. Exhibits come afterward. So maybe that's where the exhibit comes in. It's very dark. It's a dark video. Oh, the Judge Owsley knows already. You could okay. Judge Owsley says you can present that. All right, Mr. Moody. And he's like, oh, he's asking Mr. Moody if it's all right that they present the video. Mr. Moody's like, yes, sir. Then Judge Owsley's like, it's very dark. It's a dark video, so I'm going to play it from my camera, so you can see it. I'm going to play it from my camera. Okay. Oh, I think I think this is because this trial is being conducted on Zoom. You know, this is about the only hint. Maybe there's others that I skipped over. This is the second time reading, but he's playing. Judge Owsley's playing it from his camera. Why would he say that? I think that's to hint that his camera is on Zoom, so he's playing it through Zoom. Is that what the impression that anybody else would get? All right, Wanda's doing some work. I see. Let's see. I better scroll up to find out what work that is. Wanda, hey Lloyd, hey. Okay, yeah. Well, stay active. Okay, so I'm just glaring over the transcript a second time, just picking up pieces that I missed the first reading. Oh, let's see. See, cunt is. I need your ID. Give me your. I'm not going to play. Cunt's not playing games. I need your name. I'm not going to play games. I hope you win the mayoral race. Oh, that's over with. I don't think I got a single vote. All right. So I'm going back to. And thanks for the 20. I appreciate that. That'll pay for some potatoes. Well, pretty much it's going to my lawyer. I'm probably gonna have to cut back on eating. Uh, let's see. It's very dark. Okay. So I believe that this trial is being conducted over Zoom. I think somebody mentioned that to me. Um, can you see the phone that I'm holding up to you? So isn't that weird? That's a weird interaction. Can you see that picture? Or maybe it is in court. He's Judge Owsley is like Judge Owsley is like holding the phone. Did Judge Owsley stand up? I don't think Judge Owsley stood up. Would he have stood up and just been like, walked over to the defendant and just been like, okay, can you see this on my phone? Oh, I could use my phone. Can you see the judge is doing this with the defendant? Can you see this on my phone? So he's asking Moody something like that, and I get the impression that he didn't get off the bench. They're on Zoom, but it's hard to tell exactly. It would be a question to ask Shanita for sure. Was this a trial also held on Zoom like the other one? So Judge Owsley's holding the phone up to Lester Moody. Can you see that picture? Yes, sir. Can you see that video, sir? Yes, sir. I see. Yes, sir. I see it. Look like somebody standing fixing to hit a car. Okay, then that's what the video shows to me. Okay, and who's presenting this video but the court, not the prosecutor? The court. It's like the court now is taking it upon themselves to submit the evidence, and the prosecutor just kind of sits back, whoa, rocks back on his chair. I can see Cloyd Benjamin just sitting there, just kind of smiling, letting Judge Owsley do the work here, presenting the evidence in court. Yes, absolutely. Are you ready? Yes, sir. That ain't me. Okay, I'm not suggesting it is. I'm saying that's what the video is. This video shows that. That's what she's trying to say. That's what she's trying to say. It's me. That's not me. That's correct. You'll have your opportunity to say that, sir. All right. So you've seen the video. Go ahead and proceed. There's no video played. Shanita skipped over some details here. I mean, there's little doubt that she's changing the transcripts a little bit, it's especially concerning when she's just flat out denying transcripts, saying that they're gone, they're just not findable. Let's see, too much. Let's see. All right. Continuing on. That's great. You have opportunity to say that. All right. Examination by Mr. Benjamin. Let's see. Okay. I don't know. He's been threatening. He had previously slashed tires on cars. Oh, man. And because we couldn't catch him on video, they said there was nothing they could be done. And it ended up happening back a couple days before then. My daughter caught him outside busting car windshield in her car, calling her names because he was talking about he could not see his son. Well, he said that I'm gonna kill all of y'all. So he had already busted. He had busted like 4, 5 tires of my mama's car, and he had busted, I don't know, 10, 12 of my daughter's, even on her rental car that she had. This had been going on for quite a while, and so that's why we end up putting the camera out, because he would come by, he would drive by, he was doing a lot of things. On that particular night, what happened? On this particular night, like I said, I got up to use the bathroom, and it's like I said, I heard somebody was banging on my door real hard. So I got up, and you could see like his clothes and running. And that was it, because he had taken off, and I had automatically called the police. Where had you seen him before? Let's see. Where have you seen him? He's at a store. I'm not good with heights. So they come down to trying to match his appearance. You sure? Okay, threatened you too. He had threatened my mama, my mom, my daughter, and me, because he was saying that he didn't want us to try to help her. So anything that he do to upset her is what he was. So okay, Benjamin stops questioning just like that. He felt confident that he had enough to present there. I mean, clearly the judge is really in on it here, and this is after my case. They're still going today, like this. It doesn't sound like there's an exhibit with this video. It's not an exhibit, so it's not evidence. They just kind of talk about it, but it doesn't. It's not something that is brought to an appeals court, where I had like 5 or 6 exhibits, I think, in my case, with a less serious charge. Okay, Mr. Moody. All right. Yes, ma'am. Excuse me if I did this previously and everything. Why they never recorded me? Why they never recorded me? It's like every time something go on with y'all call me saying that I did this right here. I stay in Shreveport. What I look like coming back down here to break a window out? As for that child, that ain't even my child, I don't think. I'm not making no big deal about this child. That ain't even my child, I don't think or believe. Has to be a question. He asked you why you do that. Because I ain't had no problems with the police before. That's why. You asked a question. All right. Go ahead. Did file his second question. He was living in Natchez. He was living in Natchez, not Shreveport. Oh my God. All right, you said, oh, here we go. Okay, you said you couldn't see the person's face and everything, and I had the same clothes on already. That don't mean that was me. Every time something go on, y'all cannot blame me. I was not staying in Natchez. I've been staying in Shreveport since last year. How do you know it was him? Had no problems before he came along. Since he been locked up, we had no more problems. Well, there you go. That's real testimony right there. How do you rebut that? And then he replies, maybe because your daughter not staying down there no more. She not on drugs, and she can't owe everybody in Natchitoches. Your daughter owe everybody in Natchitoches for drugs. She had a bad drug problem. That wasn't really a question. Do you have any other questions for Mrs. Conduct? Let's see. Yes, ma'am. Like I said, ma'am, that incident I did not do of that right there, cause like I say, I know who vehicle is who. Why would I bust your window out right there? I don't have no problem with y'all. Never did. I know y'all don't like me. Y'all blaming everything for me, ma'am, on me. Like I said, Irishana, she owe people for drugs. That girl got a bad drug problem. I go I go to work. I just quit my job. I quit my job like in April to get my money out of 401k so I can buy my house. Mr. Moody, you got to, if you have a question, ask her a question. If you don't, you'll have an opportunity to talk if you'd like to. Yeah, this is getting to him testifying. Do you have any proof? I have my word, my video. Okay. Well, ma'am, your video, that's not me on your video. And like I say, I do not do that. That's not me. And did I ever tell you that I wanted to bust? I don't understand though. Why would I do that? What purpose can I get from doing that? You said to see a child? Ma'am, I have 7 other kids. 7. That little boy right there, I don't even know if he's mine or not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is a different trial than from what I had. This is a different experience from what I had in my trial. So why would I go through all this right here for a child that I don't even know if it's mine for sure or not? Why would he do this? He actually has custody of Sir Prince. Okay. Okay. Do you have any other questions? What happened? They called me. Okay. Do you have any other questions? Do you have any other questions? He's just getting to the bottom of this. Yeah, Moody has no idea how to ask questions. No clue. And I mean, you know, Judge Owsley accepts it as it is. And then he just goes back to asking the same questions. Do you have anything showing that that's me, that I did this crime? Can you see the person's face, my tattoo or anything? A visual mark saying it's me? I have a tattoo right here on my forehead. I have gold teeth in my mouth. Can you see any of that on that video? Do you know how many people in Natchitoches? So he's pointing out something that you just can't see at night anyway. So I'm right at 6 foot. That is not me on this video. Let her answer the question. I have seen you from the front and the back when you lived next door. I know you when I see you. You and Arishana lived together for what? After you got out for the first time until a little bit after? Right before she had Sir Prince? So I know you. I can look at the video and tell you it's you. That's how I know for sure. Do you have any questions? It just keeps going back. Did anybody else say it was him? He asked if anyone said it was him. Yes. Okay. First off, because the police told me the police. She answered your questions, yes. She said other people have said it's you. Alright. Alright, because when I talked to the police and everything, she told me everything that was going on and stuff. The police said he did not know. And like I told him, he asked me where I was at. I told him clearly I was at home, and my fiance will come testify in Shreveport where I was at. And look at how Judge Owsley chooses fake witnesses for the defense, or for the prosecutor's side, over fake witnesses for the defense. He doesn't tell Mrs. Conduit that she would need, or that he didn't tell the prosecutor that he would need those witnesses that said other people have said it's you. Okay, other people have said it's you. Judge Owsley didn't immediately say, oh, you would have to bring them to court. But when Mr. Moody says that he's got a witness, because he's trying to turn the table, suddenly Judge Owsley's like, well, she'd have to be here today because it's the trial. It's today and it's happening right now. So do you have any other questions? Yeah, I mean, he lays it on Moody, but he doesn't lay it on the prosecutor. It really shows how one-sided that is. It's really disturbing to deal with that. Let's see. Does a perfect Lester... I don't know what Lester Moody sounds like. It is required to find that Mr. is making a well-informed decision without an attorney. Yeah. And I think that's Moody is... Or that it's coming up here where Judge Owsley gives a little bit more advice about testifying against yourself. He's more concerned about protecting him testifying against himself than he is about the Sixth Amendment, about Moody's Sixth Amendment right. The Fifth Amendment has a little bit more concern to Judge Owsley than the Sixth Amendment. And the Sixth Amendment usually can cover the Fifth Amendment pretty good. Like I said, I'm aware of my trial and my witness. Like I say, I'm aware of my trial and everything, and my witness could have been there. My witness could have been there and stuff though. But like I said, my fiance testified that I was at home in the bed when the police called us about the situation. Like she was like, how you did that right there when you were at home last night? I said, sheesh, that's the last thing about it. Every time something go on down there in Natchitoches, they blame me. And she told me that I need to go to court behind this stuff with this little boy and everything. And I was like, for what? Okay, do you have any other questions for Mrs. Conduct? He has no other questions. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. Benjamin is up. He's up because Moody has stopped. He's done with his questioning. The court. Okay, Mr. Benjamin. Do you have any other cross-examination? Oh, and then Benjamin. Look at. I just like this happened. I thought I helped train the court a little bit with process, but they just they get a lot of brain fog Okay, and the prosecutor asks, Mr. Moody, have you ever been, and the Judge Owsley steps in, well, are you going to question Mr. Moody? And then Benjamin's like, oh, I'm sorry, the prosecutor. Okay, see, that is what hints to me that they're on Zoom. Here's another example number 2. Why would prosecutor Benjamin turn to the defendant Moody and start questioning him? Okay, like that. I think prosecutor Benjamin would know better. Okay, he got confused because they're on Zoom. They don't say they're on Zoom, but there's 2 incidents where they have a little brain fog with the process. Okay, so prosecutor Benjamin wanted to question Moody, and he just the use of that technology of the Zoom has them a little confused. Okay, so Judge Owsley's asking, do you have any redirect for misconduct? Prior to the video, did you ever see him on video prior to this? No. Do you have any other witnesses? No, but I would have if I knew. I would have if I had known. I had to bring some. And Benjamin's like, it's a trial date. Yeah, well, I didn't know. It's your date. Gotcha. I'm just helping you facilitate. Gotcha. Do you have anything else? Okay. Alright, the state has nothing else. Alright, the courts. Let's see. Okay, see, now this is the statement that Judge Owsley makes. He actually puts more effort into telling Moody that he doesn't have to testify. He puts more effort into telling him he doesn't have to testify than he has a right to a lawyer, and that he should use a lawyer. Cuz it's like Owsley is trying to be his lawyer a little bit in this trial. So Owsley says, no other witnesses. All right, Mr. Moody, you are representing yourself and you are the defendant, which means that you have certain rights. One is that you have the rights not to incriminate yourself, meaning that you do not have to testify if you choose not to. You can if you'd like to. You can testify as to whatever you'd like. Since you don't have a lawyer, you would have to be just able to really just talk. But you do not have to do that. You have a right not to incriminate yourself under the Constitution. It is your choice if you wish to testify or to present any witnesses. Do you wish to do that, sir? You have a little lisp. Mr. Moody, okay. Okay, and then, alright, it's just a little bit extra effort. It's just trying, Owsley is trying to tighten up the time, the amount of efforts needed to in this court, in this trial, trying to speed up the trial a little bit. Let's see, ain't nobody be told. Let's see. All right. Let's see. All right. No, this isn't exactly. This is made over a bun. This isn't exactly about me in the library. My case is different, but we're finding a pattern with Owsley denying people lawyers, and putting more effort into letting us know we have Fifth Amendment rights. He's more concerned. Owsley is much more concerned. In fact, he's unconcerned. I would go as far as to say Judge Owsley is unconcerned about us using a lawyer, and more concerned about us testifying against ourselves. All right, and that's usually something your lawyer should be telling you about testifying against yourself. And Owsley's job, see, Owsley is still more of a lawyer than a judge. He acts more like the lawyer and will tell you, his clients, that you don't testify against yourself. If Judge Owsley was representing you, he would advise you that it's dangerous to represent yourself to testify. But as a judge, they should step away from the Fifth Amendment and advise more on the Sixth Amendment about using a lawyer. But he's such a low grade judge and still in the lawyer mentality. And Supreme Court, I mean, he's got the power to throw this guy. This guy was thrown in jail for 6 months, and the Supreme Court gives Judge Owsley so much responsibility, and he shouldn't even have this amount of responsibility because of the priorities. Maybe the Supreme Court needs to have a better training manual. Maybe you can't blame Judge Owsley as much. Maybe he's got this training manual it tells them to be fully succinct, to fully explain the Fifth Amendment rights, and then they just glaze over the Sixth Amendment rights. Maybe this could be a manual that he's following. The canons of judicial conduct. That night, the crime took place. From my understanding right there, the police got in touch with me and stuff right there. They told me what happened and stuff. And the man said that he was looking for me. And I was like, for what? They told me what was going on and stuff right there. So I'm like, under arrest? So the man told me this right here. I don't know who did it or what, but I'll make a deal with you. You come down here and talk to me and everything and turn yourself in. You won't go to jail. We just go to court. So I said, that don't sound right. So my fiance tried. She like, babe, just go down there. If not, you just bond out anyway. You got the money for it. I was like, man, every time something go on, they blame me for it down there. So anyway, I got up out of the bed and came back to Natchitoches and went down there to locate that policeman, whatever his name is, over there by that address they gave me. Talk to him and stuff. And he say he don't know who did it. And like I say, every time something go on, they blame. The daughter, Irishana, she on drugs real bad. And from my understanding, she owe a lot of people money. A lot of people. People always telling me, people always come and telling me, hey man, your baby mama owe me some money. Man, what's up, man? You got that or what? And I keep telling people, man, I can't keep on looking out for this crazy woman. And I don't know if that's my baby mama or not. That's just a girl that I was messing with from time to time. Me and her did stay together once upon a time when I first got out of jail 5 years ago. We did stay together for a year, but I left her because of her drug problem and stuff right there. Then she got pregnant, and she tried to blame the baby on me, so I left her. And like I say, they say I did this several other times. If I did this several other times, there would be a police report. They would be done arrested me. Like I say, the man got tired of people saying, got tired. When he talked to me, he said that she called there once before about this situation and stuff. He said he was going to let the judge decide. So I said, yes, sir. But he did not arrest me or nothing right there. He let me come down there and turn myself in. And I came down there and did that. She set me a court date, and I've been coming to court ever since then. Like I say, when daughter Irishana, it's just so much chaos. So much stuff going on with this woman down there in Natchitoches. So much stuff. But like I say, the reason they probably ain't have no problem is because the simple fact she don't stay no more. she stay in Shreveport. And guess what? The people that she stay on in Shreveport, they having problems with her right now. The same. Matter of fact, I know I've been incarcerated at least about 3 months now. And right there, I think he's in jail on Zoom. All right. He's saying, I know I've been incarcerated at least 3 months now. Judge Owsley sentenced him to 6 months. So, and he didn't even give him 3 months credits. Actually, it says at the end of this transcript, he just kind of said 6 months jail. He didn't even say anything about credits. I don't know if Shanita is just got a brain fog with this, or that really is what happened. At the very least, Judge Owsley would say credits, if you got credit or not. And I know from my understanding, my brother like, man, your little friend girl, she needs somewhere to stay. I'm like, why? Because the girl she's staying with talking about she kicking her out because she talking about she stole her money and everything. You heard me. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do about that? You want me to let her stay in your house? I'm like, no, don't let her stay in my house. I'm trying to rent my house so I can get the money for it. But like I say, every time something go on, Your Honor, they blame me, Your Honor. Every time. Because it's something dealing with Irishana. Something dealing with Irishana. But the other daughter go, they feel cause she a police officer and everything that they better than everybody. Like I tell people, I don't mess with them people. I don't say nothing to them. When I see that woman in traffic and everything, when I'm down here, when I get off work, I wave. I don't even wave at her. I just look at and keep on going about my business. Don't say nothing to her. For what? I have no reason at all. Every time something happens, they blame me. And I'm tired of that right there, man. Every time. Mr. Benjamin, do you have any questions for Mr. Moody? And this is where it gets a little ugly. They talk about his walk. Prosecutor Benjamin talks about how he walks different. Let's see, convicted of a crime, first-degree robbery, possession of stolen goods, theft charges, criminal record, yes. Illegal possession of stolen things, yes. 20 years ago. Okay, 20 years ago when I was 19. Okay, so he's about 40. Let's see, out of Bossier, arrested, let's see, 8-year sentence. And it's kind of sounds, I think he served that full 8 years. Because guys I've talked to at jail, Natchitoches Parish Detention Center, guys I talked to in jail, they seem to average 10 years each in jail. They sit for lengths and lengths of periods of time. So I believe he sat the full 8 years. Would have jacked the vehicle. I'm a thief. I'm a thief. That's good. You know yourself. Yes, sir. You know yourself well. Did I leave off any? Oh, you forgot about disturbing the peace. The only thing they call... Okay. Yeah, I see. Well, you testify, then the prosecutor gets to have a stab at you. Husband do the same. Blame the husband in some way. Something. Okay, Prosecutor Benjamin's asking, saw her earlier at Super 1 in the same clothes. She's lying. Okay, she know what I look like. Alright. And they forget, yeah, they forgot about me. I stayed an extra day for no reason. I got credit. Judge Owsley made sure to tell me I got credit for the extra day. But it's ridiculous for them to, the jailer, to tell you they forgot about you after I went through the booking process. It's like, did they lose the booking? Where was I forgotten? Because I was being documented in the booking process. At what point, when I stepped into the jail, did they forget about me? Said she looked out the window. She saw you. Wait, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. She said that she saw the video with you on it, but she also said that she looked out the window. See, that's the thing. I held back saying that it was she looked out a window because I don't recall him. He didn't say anything about a window. She saw you running away. See, this is, I think, we can assume, we could probably safely assume that she looked out a window, but I don't recall her testifying to that. I'd have to look back at that. See, I think that's a Benjamin hallucination. He hallucinates a lot. He just continues to hallucinations on a daily basis, not only in court, in life. I think he hallucinates in life, just a part of his being. So because of that, wouldn't she have a pretty good idea of what you look like? All right, and it's back and forth about identifying. He's saying that he's not the person, but Benjamin's establishing what he looks, that he's a familiar face, and he's lived around there. So he's a familiar face. There's things about him that would be recognizable. Okay, let's see. Okay, okay. You also agree that she would know how you walk. All right, that's Benjamin's question. How do I walk? I walk natural. I walk normal like any human being. Anybody. I walk the same walk like everybody has. I'm not crippled or none of that right there. She could be able to say, okay, I know how he walks. She could be able to. What, are you going to bring her back to the stand? She's already testified. I can tell you how he walks because I've been around him. She could be able to say, okay. Oh, now, see, this is Prosecutor Benjamin feeding testimony that was not said. She could be able to say, and then, that's objectionable. And Moody is testifying, and now he's on the stand, and as he's testifying, he also has to object. I can tell you how he walks because I've been around him, couldn't she? So this is hypothetical, and it's incredible. And he's like, ask her this right here then. Ask her what my tattoos on my neck say then. Ask her what my tattoo on my face say then. And the people here can verify now what I got on my face right now. Ask her that then. I don't have any further questions. All right. And the court quickly comes to an abrupt end. Actually, got some time. I got a witness. Stuff right there. They would have to be present. So his girlfriend would have to come down from Shreveport within a matter of minutes. Moody didn't know. He wasn't advised about bringing witnesses. He only brought her up because the conduct, the witness, she didn't they didn't submit any pictures of this broken windshield. They got repaired right away. No mention of cost. I mean, there's no evidence submitted. There's no what do they I forget, what do they call the evidence again? Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, there. I don't know why I can't think of the evidence, what it's called. Exhibits. Yeah, there's no exhibits at all. My mother, fiance will testify. Oh, is this even shown? Oh, yeah, okay, whatever. Gotta say his name. Oh, wait. Back over there. I'm not gone, say his name or nothing. But they know what's going on. Something about witnesses, situation with daughter. The simple fact, Irishana did not stay. Okay. Let's ask you why. Let me ask you this right here, ma'am. Why did they kick her own daughter out of the house? Because the simple fact, drugs. Because the simple fact, drugs, and she couldn't take care of the house. She kicked your own daughter out. So why is Moody? Let me ask. Why is Moody saying this? Let me ask you this right here, ma'am. Where is she? You know, I think she might still be on the Zoom. Okay, and she's just kind of sitting there watching. Because he would, if she was in the courtroom, he would have to turn around because she's off the stand. She's sitting in the observation area, so he would have had to turn around, and I think Judge Owsley would have scolded him for doing that, for turning away from the court to address her. So I think this is another clue that this is on a Zoom, because she was probably still a picture on the screen for him. And this is Zoom while Moody is in jail. He's using Zoom in jail. Mr. Moody doesn't have any other witnesses or questions, so he is resting. Moody, I ain't resting. They lied on me. Have you finished pleading your case? That's what I'm saying, that you have no other testimony. It can be a phone call, it can be calling them. They say somebody calling my number from a private, somebody calling my number from a private number. It ain't nobody but me. What reason do I have to call them? I have no other reason whatsoever to call. So now we're talking about calling. My name on 5 of their birth certificate. Like I have several other kids. 7. My name on 5 of their birth certificates. I'm going to be honest. I feel I'm not. Reason. How old is the child? 2 years. 2 years old. Is there anything else? And then Moody goes off on tangents. So some BS. Call the police. Expose everybody. Hand. They're all on drugs really bad. Nothing else for Prosecutor Benjamin. All right, this is the conviction here. This is Judge Owsley's conviction. Well, at this time, I'll issue a ruling. He didn't skip a beat. Well, at this time, I'll issue a ruling. You have been charged with simple criminal damage to property. Simple criminal damage to property is the intentional damaging of any property of another without the consent of the owner. That this is to include houses or parts of the house if necessary, or property in general. Whoever commits this crime is where the damage is less than $1,000. This matter is $400. Where's the proof of that? $400. This is the first time $400 is brought up in the conviction. It wasn't brought up. I don't recall it brought up anywhere in the trial transcripts. Could be in prison for up to 6 months. My understanding from the damage is that it is $400 to the windshield. Is that correct? The witness Look at that. The witness is back. She's involved in this. She's still on screen, and Judge Owsley. Yeah, this is such a loosely strung together trial for the guy. All right, well, I find in light of the testimony of the witness and her familiarity with you, I'm going to find you guilty of simple criminal damage to property. I'm going to sentence you to 6 months in the detention center. And that's it. He doesn't talk about credit for the 3 months or the times he already spent. And that was it. They just turned off their Zoom. It was recorded on Zoom, so that's how Shanita got her transcripts. And too bad she doesn't say how she got the transcripts. She's a certified digital court reporter, and yeah, it's just this general interaction. Due to the interaction in the spontaneous discourse of this proceeding, dashes have been used to indicate pauses, changes in thoughts, and or talkovers. That same as the proper method for court reporter's transcription. The dash does not indicate words or phrases have been left out. Really talking about dashes, huh? State that, okay. Any words? See, it'd be nice if they specified exactly where they got the recording from, because my recording was in court through, I don't know what, some kind of audio recording software. It'd be nice to know what that audio recording software is, as compared to doing it on Zoom. What did she report this off of? I think it was Zoom. She needs to specify. I mean, it's technology that's as a part of the record, as far as I'm concerned. I think it's very relevant to the record, the type of technology used. Sharp shards. So yeah, the front windshield of a van was damaged in somebody's property, and they had a security camera pointed out to that van, and they recorded somebody coming up to the front of the van and smashing the window in. And it was at nighttime at 3 a.m. And apparently this lady was woken up fast enough to be able to look out a window, the bedroom window. I'm guessing her bedroom window faces out towards the van, or she was actually up. This woman was actually up at 3 a.m. and was able to get to the window fast enough. And it was dark, and there's light. Was there light in the house? Because I would question the amount of light. Did she turn on a light in her house? I mean, that would cause a bigger contrast between the darkness outside and the light inside. There's a lot of factors there to think about when you're identifying. And usually security cams got night vision. I don't understand how she could have a security camera that's not able to see at night. That's like standard. So if we could have gotten more information about this security camera, what's the deal with that? Like, a lot of them will either have night vision or they'll have lights themselves that flash towards the area that it's recording. So it's really interesting. She's got this, and somehow, and she gave it to Judge Owsley. It's like Judge Owsley has the evidence. It's like there is a process where you do a oh man, I don't do this every day. Let's see, you do a discovery of evidence, and somehow Judge Owsley is the only one with the evidence. It's like the discovery of evidence usually transfers between the defendant and the prosecutor, but instead it's Judge Owsley who's got it. And Judge Owsley specifically told me that he doesn't hold on to evidence, okay? Judge Owsley doesn't hold on to evidence, yet he's presenting evidence in this trial. So he's got a double standard here with how he's handling evidence, and it's really concerning. So it's like the court rules are different for each case. It's not like each case is different. The court rules are different for each case in Judge Owsley's trials. So he really made me look really stupid by me handing the court the evidence that I was given from the prosecutor to hold on to, because I was going to present this in video. I was like, here, court, take these videos and I want to present them at my trial. And then Judge Owsley just like said, oh, we gave those to the prosecutor. We don't hold on to videos. And in Moody's case, he did hold on to the video and actually showed Moody the video. And I think this is over Zoom. So it's incredible how the rules change from case to case here. And it's only cost me $1,000 now to find this out. An extra $1,000. It's cost me over. No, it's $15,000 for my lawyer, and then it's been $6,000 extra, all going to the city court pretty much to pay for them, to pay for their their new cars, down payments on their houses, all of that, because they want to charge a ton of money for these transcripts. It's incredible. I'm at a loss. I'm at a big loss with this. But Lester Moody apparently is the last case that we're going to be able to see now. We're only able to use 3 cases as evidence against Owsley's just denial. He's denying people lawyers, but his very different approach to being a judge. So three cases. We were asking for we were asking for 4 transcripts in all, and we're getting 2 out of the 4. So they give us half, and then the other 2 are lost somehow. And my lawyer Phil asked if what happened to those other transcripts. So that's something to just wait on a response from Shanita with. What Shanita got to say? She's kind of like not answering. And I mean, if it's in typical Natchitoches fashion, she won't answer. I don't know is she obligated to answer any questions? I mean, I don't know how the Louisiana structure is, but they just stay silent and then hope the problem goes away on its own. That's kind of the attitude. All right, I think I'll stop this and continue on with other things. So, all right, I'm going to stop this video. Let's see, we got 37 watching.